Good afternoon, Internet. I'm your host, HazelPlace89. Welcome to City Skylines. We're in Orden's Fen again today, and here we have this beautiful castle ruins over here, kind of overlooking the area of the city that I want to build in today. So let's take a look and see where we're at. Glitchy game. I want to put stuff on Mystery Hill, right? And I want to build out this little area right here. And I think what we're going to do with that is start with some road layouts. Last episode, we added our highway, our connection to the outside world up here. And so what I want to do is we're going to extend it, but I think what we'll do is ramp it down here. So let's go ahead and grab our terraforming tool, get our ramp or our slope height, our slope terrain, get our brush size up just a hair. Click that, and we will do this. Yeah, I like it. So that way it's not incredibly egregious and steep, but what we will do, we're going to use one of my favorite roads in the game. Let's find it. We're going to use our thin 2-unit wide 4-lane road. If I could find where it's at. There we are. Right here. So we're going to do that. So let's grab this tool. Let's turn off snapping. I think. Let's turn off everything except angle. Yeah. Come on. Silly. All right, so let's check our terrain heights. We're going to make sure that we respect the topography. So here's what we'll do. We'll just kind of do something like this. And then I think that'll work. So it's not too terrible, but it's not overly bad. All right, so I think that'll work. And then let's grab this right here. Let's turn on our snap twos, get our normal curve tool, and we're going to, let's come off of this first. Let's come off at a 180 degree angle. And I think what we'll do, okay, here's what I want to do. We're going to, let's measure out. What do we got? We got what, 16 units, 14, 15 units right there, and then we have 18 units here. Let's go 6 units there, and then we will then grab our utility and do that. So now we have a backbone coming in, connecting through. So now they don't have to come all the way down here. They can make their way downtown like so. All right, so let's kind of smoothify, as Biffa would say. We're gonna smoothify. Let's get all that off the way. We're just gonna smooth this out right here. Oop. All right, there we are. It's gross, but it'll look better whenever we detail and add things. So here's what I want to do. I kind of like the idea of flattening out a little more this way. So let's grab this height here. We're just gonna poke out a little bit like this. Yeah, to get a little more buildable area, so to speak. All right, let's make sure that we don't really kind of encroach upon our castle view, because this is a really pretty vista right here. I'm a fan. What we'll do is we'll just kind of level out a bit of land like that. All right, and it's probably not the most realistic thing, but if you're watching this, it's not, realism isn't exactly my forte. Just be upfront about that, and it's probably very apparent at this point, but that's okay. So here's what I want to do. Let's start mapping out some roads. We're going to use the normal roads just because I want to, let's get that off the screen, because I want to make sure that we are doing right. Let's come off here. We're going to do this will work. So we'll do that, and then we can grab you. All right. Now I could go here, I wonder. So here's something that I like the idea of doing. All right. I'm going to this out, and then I think we'll do this. Now let's just grab a little something like that. All right, so here's what we've got going on. We have this fun little space. I don't know what we're gonna put here, but we'll figure that out in time. All right. Let's get our terrain heights back on. We're gonna do this, and then we'll put one right there. Why not? That seems fine. An interesting area this will be. Very interesting indeed. But that's okay. Sometimes you gotta have a little place of interest. I'm actually, since we have a couple of nodes here, I actually think what we'll do, let's come through and grab our network multi-tool. We're gonna remove that node. Yeah. Because I don't want those nodes too close together. And speaking of nodes being too close together, I don't know how that kind of relates. But we're going to downgrade this to that road. We're going to downgrade that. And I think that'll make more sense. Alright, so we have that on Mystery Heights. So here's what we want to do. We're going to come down here and do something similar. Let's grab just our normal 2-lane road. Turn on our situation. But as you can see, the land is not flat. So we're going to hold off down there for now. But eventually, we're going to put something down there. But I like the idea of coming out this way and putting some road frames out here. And you can already see we have that provisioned for us already. Let's do it. I'm going to grab, let's just come off straight here. And I think what we'll do, let's just draw a little nub. Actually, we'll do this. I think what we'll do, grab our curve tool. No? No? All right. Beautiful. Fixed it. All right. So we have that. We've got that going for us, which is nice. And so I think what we'll do, we're going to come right through here. And then I don't want to necessarily zone on Hunter Street, but we do have a few office buildings that I want to take a look at and see what we can do with. See what we can do with. I like the idea of kind of turning this area to, like, say, an office park. I think that's what we'll do. We have to make sure that we have water out here, and we do not, so we'll need to do that very quickly. I'm gonna time lapse this and I'll be right back. All right, water pipes are in. So now what we can do is we're going to start adding some of our fun little zoning types. I'm going to just do the little splotches of commercial, right? I'm going to do that. And then I think what we'll do is we'll grab some office and kind of mix zone some offices in here like so. But what I like the idea of is having some dedicated office buildings, right? So what I think we'll do is we'll come through and grab our content creator packs on our unique buildings and start adding some of these nice, delightful, what is this? Modern Japan content creator pack office buildings. And they're just very nice assets. I like them quite a bit. We can add that one, and we want to make sure kind of like sight lines or things that we want to consider. I think I like the idea of maybe moving this somewhere because I want the orientation to be more like that. Yeah, because now we have this on a corner, which I think makes a ton more sense. for that to be that way. All right, so we want to make sure that we have power out here. So let's off this side of the road. We're just gonna have a temporary power measure, and how good we have power right there. So I think what we'll do now is we can come in here. We're gonna just add another. Let's add a register office. We can place it right. I think we'll place it right here. That seems like a good idea. Let's move it. We're gonna place it on the corner. Let's place it right here. I think that's a good idea. So our office building overlooks the lake, overlooks our waterway into the town, and that'll be a good time. And we still have the view. After a while, what we're going to do is I'm going to come through and we're going to place. We're gonna plant some trees. Again, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. And we need to temporarily, I'm gonna do this just for now. Just for now. So we can have power there so people will be happy about it. All right. We have some of our high density zoning coming in. We have our Japan Content Creator Pack office buildings. And I love these assets. I really do. Train station, department store, rail yard, shopping center. We have ourselves some skyscrapers, but those are just really too large. This might actually be something that we take a look at. I think I want to place our first skyscraper. I think I like the idea of placing it right in here somewhere. But I think it is a little funky in that area, so maybe not. Maybe not. So here's what we've got. We've got this building. It's a gorgeous building, but I think what we want to do is I want to add some parking out. So let's do that. We're going to go to our parks. Actually, we're going to go to our this thing, Parks and Plazas. Find our parking lots, wherever they're at. They're right here. And I'm going to place a couple of parking lots on either side. Like that. And so now when people come out here anyway, they'll be able to park. So let's add some over next to our large building, like so. And I like it. I like it a lot. And you can already see that this road is very much getting used, so they don't have to come through here, go down. This is a little more direct route for them, which is totally fine. I don't mind that at all. So let's continue. Let's come through. Let's add a few kind of larger office buildings. I think we like that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't mind it. Let's add a couple of large 4x4 apartment blocks. And then I think on this side we will add something like that. Alrighty. So this is all coming in quite nicely, quite good. So now what we'll do, we'll just delete you. We don't need that anymore. Get out of here. All right. Let's see what else we can pack in this area. We could use our city office building. I think I like the idea of having it fronting or having it kind of welcoming people into this area. Very good. Very good. I like that a lot. So if we come back to our castle, we have our sight lines. We have some beautiful office spaces. We have some beautiful city over yonder, which is great. And I think I like the idea of adding some parks and plazas in. So let's see what we have to work with here. We could add any number of parks in this area, honestly. I think what I like the idea of doing is leveling this out just a hair so we can have ooh, hi there. Let's Control Z that because we have mods. So I'm going to select this height with a right click on the mouse, and we're just going to gently pad out this area right like so. And I think we'll do it on the other side as well. Why not? A little something like this. So now what we can do, we're going to grab this park right here and kind of place it. Let's try to get it as central as we can. I think that is the ticket. So now we're coming through, we're driving, and we see, oh, would you look at that? A beautiful office building. And so we have that going for us, which is nice. And then I think I like the idea of maybe grabbing, say, where are our food trucks? Let's find it. Food truck number 1. Let's turn off that and just get a single food truck. We're going to have a couple of these bad boys. We're going to have one right here, and then I think we're going to have one right there. Yeah. And then I think we can kind of fence this area, or we can detail it. We can do something with it. But I think we want to continue beautifying this space. And I think I like the idea of maybe getting a road back here for parking behind, maybe parking in this area right here. Alternatively, what we could do, we have this beautiful parking garage. We could add it somewhere, but we want it to blend in with the space. I don't want to just plop it. Put it right here. Or I think we'll be fine, to be honest. Foot. My foot was caught. Alright. Let's grab some of this. We're just going to do a little more high density right in this area. Yeah, that's fine. Oh no, an abandoned building. I'm just kind of examining this area to see where things are. But the whole idea is I want to kind of start building out this area over here, and it's kind of a challenge because, as you can see, the terrain is very hilly all over the place. I love this little bridge, I really do. But we want to make sure that we are progressing. Let's grab our soften, and we're going to, let's bring the brush strength not that much, let's say about right there, and just kind of soften out our terrain just a touch. Yeah, something like that. So now it's not as sharp of a drop off. And at this juncture, what I think I'd like to do, actually, let's see if we can't add some fun buildings out here. I think I like the idea of grabbing our public library because I feel like it would fit in this area. Let's just plop it and see. Yeah, I don't mind it. That's pretty good. I think I like that. I wonder if we have any other fun things that we could place down here. See, this is what's so fun about City Skylines. You can really just experiment with stuff, right? You can really just kind of play and see what you want to do, how things are going to go. That's a really big skyscraper. I don't want to place that. I did think I want to place our first skyscraper in the city, but I'm not entirely sure where that needs to be, where that needs to happen. Oh wow, so many fun options, right? One of these days, we're gonna build a nice shopping center. But I don't, like I said, I don't want to just plop things for the sake of plopping things, right? I want to make them meaningful. I want it to make sense. So, with that said, I'm gonna come through and we're going to forest things that we deforested. But we're gonna let's do kind of a larger brush, right? And we're just gonna sprinkle out some trees like so. What's so fun about trees is you can hide some of your terrain mistakes. Actually, we're not going to place trees right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fence line this hill where the road's at, because I feel like it would make sense for there to be some sort of railing over there. And it just makes sense to me that that would be a thing that exists. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's continue. Let's just put this thumb out here so I can actually go outside the tiles boundaries with this, which is kind of nice. So that way I can get that going. I'm gonna let's plant some trees right here on Calico Island. Yeah, I don't mind it. I like that a lot. Kind of to give the illusion of density, we're gonna just kind of skirt the edges of our peninsula here. Let's remove those. They're a little too close to the water. Yeah. So now if we go here to our castle, I'm gonna grab a screenshot because that's really pretty. There we have it. We have some forest. I feel like the forest kind of in the ravine here makes a ton of sense. I kind of want to densify it a little more. I want to come through. Let's just a nice thick swath of tree brush there. I like it. I like it. So now you're driving over the ravine. On one side you have a beautiful castle, and on the other side you have a wonderful lake, little pond area, which is quite nice, quite tasty, delightful, pretty, as they would say. Now here's an area. I don't feel like this would be an area for, say, a building, but what we could definitely do is we can come through here. We can find parks and plazas. I'm really leaning into the parks and plaza situation today. Let's see about the sidewalk restaurant. Is it too large? It is. Sad day. But what we can do, get a sidewalk cafe in here. Put it right there. And did we hit a milestone? I think we just hit a milestone. Oh, that was just an autosave. So we have this wonderful little sidewalk cafe here, right outside this building, and it connects the path. And now we have that. So that's other options for food and stuff, which is always good. And then I think I like the idea of doing something similar on this corner. So what we will do is go back here. Let's see if we can't find this. Yeah, let's put you directly adjacent to this beautiful building. Let's see what styles we have. I want it to fit a little more. I think number 2. I think variation number 2 is the ticket. So good, so good. And so we have paths that come off. So let's add some paths. We're going to just connect up like so. Connect up like so. And how about that? But I think we like the idea of doing it like this right here. Add a little office. And to my friends, mystery is coming together. I'm gonna need a name for this area. I think something office park would be a good time. But we will see. I like the idea of maybe adding a path back here as well. So let's do that. Let's turn off all of our, well, not all of our snap views. Let's turn off road guidelines because that's kind of confusing me. Yeah. Perfect. We could add a little walking path there, or let's go down a little bit. There we are. So that way it doesn't disagree with what we've done there. Didn't mean to pause the game. All right. It's a fun random little office space, and I want to get away from just zoning everything, right? I want to maybe add, say, a water feature, perhaps. I think that would be a good idea. So what we could try to do, I think there's a little too much roadage going on, so what I think we'll have to do is just kind of build it right off the side. Right, must be placed along the roadside, and it's almost too large, so that wouldn't work. I think what we'll do is we will just kind of scroll out just a hair, and we're gonna just place it and see how that goes. You know, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. We could kind of put some trees down here, so I think that's what we'll do. Let's kind of make the size of our brush a little smaller. Yeah. Just some tasteful tree brush through this area. kind of do that. But what we want to do is we want to make this area kind of a thing. So what we'll do, we're going to grab our fence. Let's do this park fence. I'm always a fan of using the park fence here. So let's grab, what are we on? Let's turn off all of them but angle. We'll just come kind of through the middle here. Let's do that. Yeah. And I think we'll just kind of do that. And let's kind of make this a thing. Hold on. Let's delete you. Let's try this again. All right. Come about right there. And we have that. And that's nice. So I want to come through. We're going to make some tasteful trees. Tasteful trees this time. Let's do a couple of these bad boys. Then I think we'll find some beautiful oaks and alders. And then mayhaps we will throw in some pines and spruce to really like kind of tie it in with the nature of this area. And so now, okay, I can get with that. That's fantastic. That's amazing. So good. It's a simple build, but I'm very much enjoying the way that this has turned out. A fun little area. So one thing that I think we want to do is there's a TV station, and I think I want to put it over here. So let's see about that. Also, people are not moving in, but that's okay. Do we have the thing? Where is it? It's around here somewhere. I think I might find it, put it in later. But you know what? I'm pleased. I really am. I'm really happy with the way that this has turned out. So, you know what, friends? With all that said, I want to thank you all so much for joining me on this episode of Orden's Fen. Thank you for your comments, your likes, your subscribes. They all mean a whole ton. With all that said, I will see you all in the next video. Your viewership is very much appreciated, and you're all wonderful people. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.